Hello, guys, and welcome back to. Actually, what am I saying back to? This is a new thing that I'm going to be doing. So, you might be saying, Steven, why are we on Punch Out again? Weren't we. Didn't we just finish Punch Out? Hopey, can you give me the big black remote? So, anyway, didn't we just finish Punch Out? Didn't you finally, didn't you do your hot sauce challenge and move on to Mega Man 2? I'm coming back. I'm coming back to do a review of this game to show you guys how you could beat this. So, let's just start a new game, because why not? And we'll jump into the story, I guess. The story is you're Mac, the guy on the bottom of the screen, and you're a boxer. And your job as a boxer is to hit people in the face. As you've probably seen if you've watched this. So the first match is pretty easy. If you hit him in the stomach there, he usually goes down. So one theme for this fight, all you need to do is punch him in the face. That's pretty much all you need to do. Punch him in the face, punch him in the stomach. That's it. And dodge a couple of times if you're not paying attention. Knock your opponent's health bar down. They get knocked down. Three downs in one round means that they will be TKO'd. They can also be normally KO'd if they stay down for 10. You're probably wondering why I'm getting my head handed to myself here. To show that you can get pink, and when you go pink, you can't punch. And you can also go down, and to get back up you need to mash. If you go down for all 10 seconds, you also get knocked out. Am I really gonna lose this fight? So a secret, which is really helpful, is if you hit the minus button, or I should say select button, then Doc Lewis, my trainer, or Little Mac's trainer, will tap you on the back, and you will recover health. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So this is on the eShop. There we go. So basically, the goal of this game is punch people in the face, make them go down. Pretty simple. So far the tells are pretty obvious. It seems like it's gonna be a really easy game, right? Just knock him down 3 times, move on with your life. I'm just gonna play through the So, that was my 3rd knockdown, and right here Mario will come out and say TKO. Total knockout. And we get to move on. So press start to move on to the next challenge. Here we have Von Kaiser, the 2nd challenger of, I think, 10. No, 11. So he's a bit better at offense, but his tell is still pretty obvious. The head wiggle, you notice that every time he wiggles his head, so here it's a lot more about dodging. It's not as much about just punch when you can. So to dodge, I meant to hit I meant to hit start to pause there. So to dodge, you press left or right on the D-pad, and to punch, I didn't go over this, but you press A or B, or as I've set it up on the Wii U gamepad, X or A. So a lot of this game is dodge the opponent's punch and then counter punch, like that. But it's not gonna be so. But it's not always gonna be so easy. So I think if you dodge Von Kaiser's uppercut, then you can just take him all the way down. Kinda like Don Flamenco later on. So TKO, and we move on. Really easy. Dodge, punch, 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 and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna finish off the minor circuit here, and then I'm going to show what happens a bit later. Some advanced stuff that you can... Advanced stuff that happens. The what? I'm not gonna tell them about it. So, his tell is the eyebrows. So he's really big and menacing, right? Watch for the eyebrow wiggle. Or that. His tells are still pretty slow. So you can press down to block. Which, trust me, will be important later. Do not forget that you can block. It was my downfall in my LP of this. That I didn't know that you could block. Because it is necessary. So it's down. Down is the button. So here we can see that it's really, you can never attack. Never try to attack when the opponent isn't attacking you. Wait it out. Dodge the punches, counter punch. Do that and you win. Just to put it bluntly. I didn't do a very good job of blocking there. There you go. I'm gonna use my thing here. Give him a fast uppercut when he's stunned. So yeah, that's another thing. Throughout the fight, you might receive stars. Those stars are, if you press start during a fight, which I've allocated to B, then you'll do what's called a star punch, which is stronger than your normal punch. But the opponent pretty much has to be stunned. It's useless otherwise. And you have to not get hit in order for it to be, in order to keep it. But anyway, I'm just gonna finish off this fight, and then we're going to see what happens later. I guess without realizing I went into gameplay and I didn't announce that. So I guess after this fight, we're going to go into what this is all leading up to. Where is this going? Or actually, I guess I should get into the length first. Also, I just KO'd him. What do you want me to say, Hope? Hope wanted me to say Sparkle works. So anyway, so that's only the minor circuit. So there are 3 circuits in this game. The minor, which has 3 contestants. The major, which has 4, including Great Tiger and Bald Bull. And then you have the world, which has a whopping 6, but 3 of them are repeats. Namely, Don Flamenco, Bald Bull, and Piston Honda, which we just fought. You fight all of them. But here, we're going to get into the final boss. After that, after the world circuit, there's still one more foe. I messed up. So down here we have continue, and you get pass keys as you continue through the game. Each circuit that you clear will give you a new pass key. And but you can look them up online. So if we enter this number, then here we have Mr. Dream. Age, question mark, weight 235 pounds, from Dreamland. In the original version, this was Mike Tyson. But due to him going to jail, they didn't want him in the game anymore, so they replaced him with Mr. Dream, since they already had all the patterns. This guy is jerkishly hard. So here he is. So, every punch he throws for the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of the first round will automatically KO you. It looks like I actually am dodging some of them here. So, after that, he starts getting into other punches, which are still hard to dodge. Basically, this is impossible. If you want to see someone do this, I would recommend Nintendo Capri Sun, or recently the Game Grumps did this. And it is insane. Also, if you get KO'd or TKO'd, then there are a couple of things that could happen. You could get that screen, which is the game over screen. Or, you could also have a rematch, or you could get knocked down a level. Depending on a couple of things that I won't get into. So anyway, this is the big moment. Do I like this game? Do I think it's a good game? Yes. This is a good game. You should buy it if you don't have it. I have played all the way up to the third to last guy, Mr. Sandman, but then he's insane. So but I'm not very good at video games. So, my rating here for Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream or Mike Tyson, let's just call it Punch-Out NES. My rating out of 100 is 95 out of 100. Maybe I'm being a bit generous, but I think this game deserves it. It was really fun to play. Just in general, it's a fun game. It was. I'm gonna play it again, of course. So, from my experiences, it has been a fun game to play. Is that better, Hope? Okay. So, I don't know why, but maybe it's just because, the idea of You being a small boxer, and you need to dodge your opponent's punches and counterattack with your own. Maybe I just like the idea of that. But even if that's, but even if it is just that, it's marvelously implemented. Actually, why am I getting into game design? It's just fun. That's all we care about here. Like Aaron Hansen might disagree with me here. But if a game is fun, then who cares whether it's well designed or not? Looking at you, Ocarina of Time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But anyway, would I recommend this as a game today? Of course. Absolutely. Would I recommend this for less hardcore video gamers? Being one, I can safely say yes. And would I recommend this to the most hardcore gamers? Yes, I would, because Sandman, Macho Man, Mr. Dream, have fun. So I guess that's going to be the first episode of how to win the game, and the final episode of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out / Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream / Punch-Out NES. Okay? Maybe I'll come back to this someday and do Mr. Sandman, do Super Macho Man, attempt Mr. Dream again. But it took the Game Grumps, it took Danny of the Game Grumps that long, 1 year and a year and a half to train up to beat Mr. Dream. So I doubt I'll ever try that again. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing this for every LP that I do, finished or no. So SpongeBob is gonna have it. My upcoming LP of Mega Man 2 is gonna have it. So yeah. If anyone wants for me to go more in depth, maybe I'll update this later and make a better video. But for now, this is gonna be the end. Goodbye, guys, and goodbye, Bald Bull and Little Mac. Even though I'm about to see you in Smash.